Yo, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to J3 Entertainment, where you about to get that real and honest review.
All the time.
If you guys don't know who I am J3.
I'm Ronin Shogun, Ninja Assassin. Tactical today.
What's up, bro?
Chilling. Man, movie review.
Ah, man.
Yeah, another one. We got another one.
Another one.
Yes.
We did the trailer reaction.
Yes.
We were hyped.
Yes.
It caught us off guard. We didn't know it was coming.
Right.
It's here.
Shout out to Amazon Prime too, by the way.
Yes, they are doing it big this year with the content they've been dropping.
Yes.
This is something new for me. I played the Rainbow Six game in arcade.
Okay.
But you read the books, Tom Clancy and all that jazz like that.
The original movies and stuff. Yeah.
So you're more into it than I am, but you know what? That wouldn't stop me from watching this film. With that being said, guys, if you're new to the channel, we review movies different. We like to talk about the good and the bad. Also, this is a spoiler review because
It's an action movie.
yeah, I gotta talk about this.
Yeah.
We gotta talk about this.
And it's simplistic in the purest form to where it's really not necessarily spoiling, because if you're not really well versed in the Tom Clancy or never really experienced that, it's gonna be new to you regardless.
Yeah.
Because it's not like jumping into another popular IP where like, oh, I know the characters. Maybe I did want to know that. This is different here because you're here for the action, but like the characters, all that stuff's gonna be new to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I 100% agree with that.
Take it as you will.
Where we gonna start, man? This is more your thing.
All right.
You know, I mean, I like it too, but this is you live for this.
So this is Tom Clancy's Without Remorse.
Are we doing good or bad?
Let's do bad first.
All right, let's get in the bad.
Let's do bad
Let's get in the
first.
bad.
This movie needed another extra 30 minutes.
Really?
It was too fast paced, but I get it though. And the pacing we got was good, but there were certain things where I felt like they should have built the team before offing them. But I understand that this is John Kelly's story.
Yeah.
And
from his point of view.
Yes, exactly.
Gotcha.
So I can forgive that. Those coming in will probably have those same criticisms, like, well, what's up with the team? Like, why were they picked? What was so special about them? We'll never know that because they got offed like that. And then coming in from the inside out, I would hope that they would have explained, like, from the point of view of the people that invaded the United States.
Yeah.
Because the Without Remorse story was always back and forth. It wasn't just us.
Yeah.
It was from their point of view, and I wish we would have gotten a little more of that. And that's pretty much my negatives, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't say I got a lot, but I will say observation wise, one of the negatives that I had, I have to agree, we just kind of got thrown in the situation.
Of course, it's like video games.
And you didn't know who was who. It was really hard to kind of put your finger on who was who. Shoot.
Yeah.
One of my main things that I noticed that I was like, yo, this is kind of it took me out of it was somewhat of the, I guess you could say, the practical effects, the costume design in a sense. Okay. Michael B. Jordan got shot up.
Right.
He had no bullet wound scars. Like, it was like there. I was like, wow, he's super healed.
Yeah.
He's a super soldier now. Like I was like, yo, I thought that was something the director and the editor missed big time. Like that was a key factor for me, because when he got shot again, I could have been able to identify, like, oh, they shot him in the same arm again.
Right.
That hurts.
Personal.
You know what I mean? It makes it even more like, man, you shot me in the arm and somebody already shot me in. But he had no bullet wounds after he got shot up. That was weird. You got another? You said that was it for yours, right?
I thought of something else actually.
Go ahead.
There was a few key points from the novel that was not in here. A lot actually, but two main scenes that would have stood out that didn't have the torture chamber scene in here, and then they didn't show the relationship between him and the prostitute after Pam Kelly got killed. Because the prostitute that he was dealing with was him still trying to reconnect with the loss of the love that he had, and the girl that he was messing with on the side had ties to the people that he was going after. So these were kind of like big arcs that was in the novel. So I wish we got a little taste
That's
of
at 30
some
minutes. That's at 30 minutes. Got you.
I wish we got a little more of that, because those were big pivotal factors from the novel.
Got you.
Yeah.
Another thing that I didn't, well, I say is a negative or a bad. How can I say this? The way they handled his character, like, I felt that he was too OP and then he wasn't. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right? It was like, okay, he's the best of the best.
Right.
But then he ain't, and then he is, and I lost I lost connection with him throughout this movie.
Like he was too imperfect.
Yeah, I lost a lot of connection with him, the character. You got anything else?
Also, after the wife is killed and things like that, we never really got any connection of grieving. Like it happened. So
thank you. That's the misconnection with like I couldn't.
It's like they had to get it out of the way as far as like, okay, action 101. Let's show the tragedy and then move it forward. And I get it. I'm all for it. But it's like from a storytelling standpoint, Tom Clancy is so good at giving you the rich details. And granted, that probably would have been like extra change on the movie. But you need those little moments like that to support and understand what he's doing behind his reasoning. Because now it's just like, all right, he's just a robot now going in to kill. Granted, you're here to see that.
Yeah.
But there's a transition at some point, and you got to explain those conspiracy theories because it goes deep, but not deep like it should. And this is where the novel comes in, and it's like cause and effect. Like, it's very complex. You get the politics on both sides, U.S. and like international. And then the politics with John Kelly, how he deals with it, what his beliefs are, and how he was family oriented. We never ever got to really spend time with it. We got a taste of it, but not enough of it. And I get it. But it's like, if you're building a universe, you got to show these things so that later on down the line, we understand why he is the way he is and who he becomes later on.
Yeah.
And this is what we were talking about earlier. He's Senior Keller, senior guy, John Kelly, but that part of him died. So he has to come back as the new guy where it's like, I don't have anything to really live for. So I'm just a killer and an expert now. And I'm going to make sure that we have the best of the best of what we have and that we have all supports from all other countries. Rainbow Six was a diverse team that had support from everywhere so that the U.S. does not get invaded the same way his first team got wiped out. So we did get tasted of what he's about and why he is the way he is and why he wanted to fight so much.
It just was a disconnection.
I like that
disconnection factor.
Yeah. So it kind of interweaves with the good and bad, but the way they showed a little bit of it was cool. Just wasn't enough detail to it. A little extra oomph.
So I'll just sum it up. When it comes to story developing, script-wise, I thought the script was really interesting, and story developing is just a lot of detail was, like you said and I said, should have been placed in this type of film because we are in for the spy, the military, the espionage type of movie.
Right.
So we're in for it, and that audience is already geared to wanting to get the information.
Right.
And I felt that they really brushed over that. Another negative that I have of this film, and it intertwines with that, was the pacing, because it was so fast,
very fast,
and it gave you the action you wanted.
Right.
But it wasn't satisfying.
This is the extra 30 extra hours.
You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't really satisfying. Because granted, the trailer showed us some of the best parts.
Yeah.
Which was the negative.
I will say it was shot dope though. I was like, all right, this is straight out of the video game.
Directing was great. Actually,
I liked.
Just wasn't satisfying.
With these kind of movies, and I feel like we don't see enough of this. So when we do get it, it does kind of get taken for granted. But again, like, if you really think about it, like action fans, like, when was the last time we seen like a tactical action movie where it's like soldiers going in, doing yada yada, whatever mission, very skilled. Everybody has their place on the squad, different skills, expert heights. How often do we get that? So is it technically like we've done this before? Have we seen it, or we haven't seen it enough? Because it's like a trick question almost.
And you can tell that this story was actually, the character John Kelly was actually a white guy.
Yeah.
Because the scenarios for a black guy just doesn't add up. I felt like that should have been changed in the story, because when he ran up, granted what he did with the Russian, the fire, that was hot, right?
Yeah.
No pun intended. But he comes out the car and he puts his hands up and don't get shot in the back. That ain't logical.
Right.
That's a brother.
It's modern day.
They would have shot him, bro.
Yeah. Or tased him or whatever.
He would be dead. Like, it was scenario, and being a black guy running around. I have never been to Russia, but from what movie aspect is, black people would be pinpointed. You know what I mean? And
Sure.
when he got out the truck, he took the mask off. There he is right there. Like, that's that James
Right.
Bond stuff. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, Idris should be James Bond. I don't know. The world's kind of racist, y'all. I don't know.
But he doesn't really blend in when you think about that.
Huh?
Because he's already an outsider, and then the skin tone color, like it's too obvious.
It's too obvious.
Yeah.
Especially for, I understand it's make believe. I get it. But I feel that certain scenarios should be written differently when you change the nationality of a character. Because it don't blend in well. Because that's the disconnection with the character. Because I was looking at him like, when he came out the car and he had no weapon, he was just going like this. You know what world we live in.
Yeah, so
they
and the
didn't
thing
have
with
nothing
that,
at that.
I had to kind of get used to the idea of John Kelly being African American. I'm like, okay, they're switching it up. All right, that's cool. And then it's like, all right, so how are they gonna play the team? So we haven't necessarily seen his new Six Squad yet, so we don't know how they're gonna do that. But it has to be diverse because Rainbow Six, you got it. People in different backgrounds.
I'm all for that. I'm for the diversity. It's just,
and then it's like, is Jack Ryan going to be black too, or is he going to remain, white? Or I don't know how they're going to do that.
They got to keep some stuff. It's just the way it's written. When you write certain things, you can. That's the disconnection. I think it is because it was written to be played by a white guy.
Yeah. Well, all the iterations were Harrison Ford.
Yeah, and then
Alec Baldwin.
You change it up with Michael B.
Yeah.
And it's a black dude. And granted, we're gonna talk about our goods.
Yeah.
But it's just, I think that's the disconnection. I think moving in forward with the character, they have to kind of modernize him and put some culture on him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, did Michael B. Jordan even eat? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's his favorite food? Is it chicken? Is it fish? Or what's his thing? What's his culture bound? Like,
what keeps him going when he's not in battle?
Yeah, like we understood you was with Lauren London. She all cute, the dimples and all that stuff like that is hot,
Yeah.
But besides that, where's your family? We had nothing.
Right.
We had nothing. It was lacking a lot of that.
And this is the negatives for the average people coming in. I know this stuff already, so I get it. I just wanted to see it play out. But I did try to connect dots with certain characters that are here because I know they're planning for future stuff. And it was cool to see nods to other characters like Jodie Turner-Smith's Karen Greer.
Yeah.
Her uncle is with the FBI, Jim Greer, and he's partners with Jack Ryan in the new Amazon Prime show. So I'm trying to figure out, are they going to build a new James Greer and a new Jack Ryan, or are they going to cross it over with the Prime series?
Nice.
Because Krasinski and B. Jordan are kind of similar in age, but not too far apart. They're both young.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that would be cool if like him and Krasinski cross over because the series
Jack
is fire.
Ryan's on Amazon too.
They got all the rights to all the Paramount properties.
Hey man,
But if they rebrand it, I will still be excited. But it leaves the room like, what are they going to pull from? Because Rainbow Six was teased at the end. And then you got Ghost Recon, which was almost in the same universe. Because it's this government elite team. They do all these things, highly advanced, skilled, mission-based bound. They're the best, like, ultimate task force. So Rainbow Six teamed up with other divisions as well.
Yeah.
And
the division.
John Clark was the guy that was like, I got to make sure we have the top-tier stuff. And there's a reason I want to come back. Because I missed the fight.
Yeah.
Oh, and I was like, okay, I understand that. So it's like, all right, so war kind of drives him, but at the same time, he was thinking about the country. He's like, we can't get invaded like this no more. And I lost the family over this. For somebody that didn't care about me, if I'm going to do this, let me get people from all different backgrounds. So I like that stuff. That was kind of like the best like information you can give us because by the end, we're like, okay.
Yeah,
he can't live without this.
Yeah,
he wants to be there.
He lives for this.
It's a feed. So and he even said it when he was talking about it when they were going to mission and they were on the plane and they got attacked.
Yeah.
He was like, their lives are gone. I'm gonna do what I can, and I'm tired of making promises I can't keep. It was like, damn, that was deep.
Yeah, it was deep.
I'm killing every last one of them.
Yeah.
And it's typical and it's cliche, but it's cool to hear, but then you understand.
Word.
Because everybody's cliche story in revenge movies are different to a degree. You got to understand, like, everybody has a reasoning for why they're putting themselves in harm's way. And then they have a skillful and different way of doing it.
Gotcha.
So, in that sense, it is new. But you've seen it before, but not the way John Kelly does it.
Yeah. He does it totally different.
Yeah.
Let's get into some good.
All right.
I thought the casting was great.
Me too.
besides the negative on Michael B. Jordan's character, that's basically, writing in the dialogue. I thought Michael B. Jordan did a phenomenal job. Michael B. Jordan is one of those actors. I like to see him. He's always a breath of fresh air. Yeah. He comes on the scene. When I was watching with my girl, I was like, damn, Creed really stepped him up. Like,
I understood why he took this role.
Like Creed got him on yoke mode. So it's like he was very believable as a soldier. The way he held the gun, the way he came in, the pain, and you can see the acting portion of how he makes himself believable. It just doesn't work well with the dialogue and the scenarios because you're still black. Like I felt it. I felt like all they had to do was make it more of a brother going through this pain. You can tell it was written differently, and that's the only thing that threw away the image for me. But besides that, Michael B. Jordan did a great job. The whole cast did.
I will say though,
I like. Wait, let me say this.
I
like Jodie Turner-Smith character. I thought, with all this, cancer culture and stuff like that, I thought she really presented what a female soldier would be like. And I think she did a really good job. She was what I think female actors, when you play these roles, should look up to.
Okay.
Let me explain this. She still was a woman.
Right.
She wasn't I'm doing this. I'm your general. I'm your sergeant. No,
gotcha.
You don't listen to me. No. She was a person, and she was caring.
Yeah.
But she could still get down. She could still fight for her life. She wasn't coming in, flipping over walls, just overpowering men. No, she had to fight this man.
Yeah.
And I was like, it gets sloppy. It's not perfect when you're fighting. When you're fighting someone stronger than you and bigger than you, and you're stumbling. I thought it looked believable.
Yeah, it's rugged.
You know what I mean? It wasn't like, oh, come on, let's go. Come on, big boy. Kicking leg. It's not no Marvel DC cartoon shit. No.
Right.
She really looked believable doing her stunts, even if it wasn't her, but the character in general, it worked. I love the fact that she had a fade. I'm glad they really showed what women would. I don't understand. You're going to these special these tactic missions, and you got long hair. That don't make sense.
I get you.
It was very logical with her character. I really like Jodie in this.
I thought she was cool. I needed a little bit more from her too. It kind of goes into my negatives, but not so much. I felt like she would have been mostly the heart of the movie, but we didn't really get a lot of time with her either. So I really didn't connect with her until they got on the battlefield. Mm-hmm. But it was a certain point in the movie. I think at the second or third act, back the airplane scene, where I'm like, okay, they obviously have a history, and we brushed right over it. So I'm like, all right, well, why
the big brother thing throwing her?
It's like, why is she really here? Like, do you care, or is this a mission? Because at one point she was like, well, he's not really in the game. Like, I don't think mentally he's ready.
And and that's because she cared.
Right. But then again, it was like, was that just to protect your position, or it's like, did you really mean that? And just little stuff like that. I felt we could have had more time with Karen Greer, just as far as her history is, because she is skilled and she is smart. They needed to dive into that and give us a little bit of backstory on her too, because her and John Kelly are super close.
We got info on her uncle and all that stuff. But maybe a montage. Maybe they could have did like an old 1990 black film where they play like the Isley Brothers and show pictures or something, burning something to show like, oh, they something. Give me something.
You got to get them out the way before Rainbow Six shows up.
Yeah. And I feel that.
And then her uncle's gonna be coming in later.
We might be able to get a series, maybe like a 2-season series on those two.
That's what I'm saying.
Just to break it down.
Yeah, but good performance across the board though. Yeah. The highlights for me was probably Jamie Bell and Guy Pearce.
See, Jamie Bell is pissing me off, bro. I was like, I don't trust you, bro.
And that's why I like the performance, because in the Tom Clancy world, you always have those mysterious guys that are doing things behind enemy lines, and sometimes it could be for protection, for safety, or to like cover their own ass. Like, you never really know. But he looked out for his squad. It's just that we didn't get the information when we felt it was necessary. And I liked how he was kind of in the shadows, but he wasn't. And it was cool. You know what I'm saying?
One hand. He almost killed him with one hand, bro.
Yeah. And, bro, Guy Pearce was great, too, man. The senator, dude, like, he was dope.
You're evil.
Yeah. Secretary Clay, like, he came in on some other stuff. He was trying to sabotage the mission, but at the same time, he was trying to give intel to his team, and then he was trying to say hidden. You know, he always act like he didn't know what was going on with the missions because he knew if he gave the go-ahead that he was going to be cast out and they were like probably going to incarcerate him. Scary place.
What else you got that you like?
I like the tactical action. I like the hands-on, the very guerrilla-style movie making. They threw us right in there. It was well shot. You know, none of that shaky cam. I understand that action gets chaotic when you're dealing with directing warfare. So it was a good blend of that. I like seeing the team working together. And when he lost his first team, it was like, dang, he's got to rebuild again. I like that. I got to connect to the new team
The way his team got taken out, bro, I was just like, damn. He's like, take the trash out. See, that's why I don't listen to him. Look, women, stop telling your dude take trash out. He's still been alive, goddammit. He said take trash out. He was feeding his son, everything. Yeah, okay.
Just had dinner.
He's like, yeah. You know, and you know the funny thing is? Before that, my girl said, can you take trash out? I said later.
Nah.
And then this happened. I'm not taking shit out tonight.
I'll wait till the sun come out. Yep, that's how it's going to be.
I don't wait till the sun. That was in broad daylight. They just ran him over clean, bro. I was like, oh.
You can learn a lot in action movies.
It actually has some jaw-dropping situations. That was one of them.
Yeah, it's very suspenseful. And, dude, in Tom Clancy universe, you got to watch it back and be on your P's and Q's. Because when you make enemies, they will come back.
Bro, the whole, he was talking to his girl in the car. She came out and just sniped, like.
Yeah. Crazy stuff.
Dark, bro. Because, you know, when you the internet's wild, bro, and I've seen some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, and heard the sound effect. Like,
well, espionage is a serious thing, man, and it's just like these guys are good at this stuff for a reason, and there's a reason they have aliases and code names because you know you're gonna make enemies doing what you do.
Yep.
Yeah, so I love that side of it, and you know I'm a fan of that, like government conspiracy and spies, and we got to invade them. We got to learn about them. What's their meaning of terrorism? Why does it exist over here? Why do we allow it in the United States? There's so much going on that they can explore, but they give us little hints and taste of it. I just think it's unique in itself, the Tom Clancy universe, because you got so many rich characters and you got so many unique villains.
Yeah.
And it's all about the way that they counteract and the way that they meet and the introductions of these characters and stuff. So I'm excited for what's to come because Without Remorse really did open the door in the most simplistic fashion. And the mid-credit scene was like everything for me. I was hyped.
I found out something that I learned something in this movie, and I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna be, but I could pee on my clothes, pour liquor on, and act like a drunk, and get more like walk up to anybody and be like, oh, and get the intel that I need. Oh man.
Smart cover.
I was dope because I was like, why the hell is he peeing on his clothes? Oh, it makes sense. He was like, I'm not gonna pee on myself.
They wouldn't believe this guy.
Yeah.
Right. So, perfect cover.
I liked it. I liked the way the deaths were. I liked the building scene when they had the snipers from 3 different angles.
Yeah, that was an intense moment.
I actually felt the pain when old boy got, and they couldn't make it out of that building in time to save him. And he was like, "You got any kids?" And he woke back up. Like, he was already dead, but he woke up and was like, yeah. And he was like, you know, tell my kids I love them. And, you know, died, bro. I was like, damn.
And I don't know. It's something worse dying, not really knowing the cause, but knowing just you're here to, you know, succeed a mission. You really didn't have to be here, but, you know, because you're a part of the team, you want to fulfill your duties. But he died not knowing really what they were going after. Yeah. And that hurts because he's a dad. He's a family man.
It's pointless at that, you know?
Right.
But that's what I got for good. What about you? Anything else?
I want to see more.
Yes.
You know, this is the beginning of Tom Clancy universe, and we've been waiting decades for this. So I never thought Without Remorse was going to get adapted. Here we are talking about it.
You know, it's crazy because Michael B. Jordan's like, yo, I'm going to get a franchise out of this.
I'm glad he jumped on Tom Clancy stuff. There's plenty for him to do.
And that's the type of stuff he likes to do.
Yeah.
With that said, yo, you ready to grade this thing?
Let's do it, bro.
What do you give Without Remorse?
I'm gonna give it B+.
Whoo, a B+.
Solid action there across the board. A little murky with little storytelling, a little less, not enough character moments, but still enjoyable. You get the idea. It's fast paced from beginning to end. You get an idea of what's happening. They're world building at the same time, and for that, you're gonna enjoy it. And if you're new, you're gonna enjoy this Tom Clancy universe and seek out the other movies and books and stuff and games. There's a lot to pull from.
Got you. My grade is different this time, brother. Because this movie, granted the trailers, I feel the trailers gave away a lot of the greatness, the good. They gave you the good parts of this movie.
They did.
I thought the acting was good, the directing was good. It was a good movie. It's just the writing, the way like I said, these type of movies are detail based, and
Of course.
for someone like yourself, you know this.
Right.
I don't know this.
Yeah.
So with me and my family, we're watching it, and yes, we're entertained,
Right.
but we're not satisfied.
Right.
And I feel that
for
people to come in and just watch it, it is not a captivating type of movie to keep you wanting more. The sequels will have you coming back, but because there's no sequels, you can be like, okay, whatever, I watched it, I'm done. It's not a good introduction, I feel, for a newer audience. It's great for those that can see it come to life, but for new people, it's like, all right, you know what I mean? So with that,
I'm gonna help you guys out after he gives his grade.
I enjoyed it though. I love the action scenes. Michael B. Jordan was phenomenal. Love the way he was very believable as a soldier. Can't wait to see him in more.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this movie though a C+.
Okay, that's fair. That's absolutely fair. If you want to jump on this Jack Ryan train and this Tom Clancy, you definitely got to start with Hunt for Red October, then go into Patriot Games, then do Clear and Present Danger, then The Sum of All Fears, then the Amazon Prime series. 2 seasons, they're on there right now, and then read some of the books. I recommend probably Rainbow Six, because they might change that story too. It's a little different. It's a post 9/11 tale.
Yeah.
But that'd be interesting if they kind of weave that into like what's going on now. And then you got some of the games like Ghost Recon and Rainbow Six Vegas, and you're good.
And there you're good. Hope you guys enjoyed the review and the epicness of Ronin.
Yes.
This guy's a book over here, bro. Literally. It's tight, bro. You know all this stuff. I'm like, yo, thank you. Yeah.
Love Tom Clancy, man.
I knew it too.
Yeah.
Nah, but that's dope. If you're new to the channel, go and push the subscribe button. Thumbs the video up. Don't forget to share Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter. The links are down below.
Yes.
The love below. I'm J3.
Run a Shogun, Ninja Assassin.
And we out.